Cepton is a fabricated word borrowing from the word perception. CEPT is part of perception, and ON is this ending of a Latin for an element. So Cepton really indicates it's an element of perception that indicates its LiDAR is actually the software running LiDAR, the overall intelligence of a LiDAR, element of perception.
Junpei, who's the CEO and one of the co-founders, has assembled a terrific team. He was introduced to me many years ago by a mutual friend of ours. And this mutual friend I consider a genius, actually, in math. And so this friend described Jun as a genius in building sensors. And so I said, I should probably meet Junpei. Junpei is really a LiDAR pioneer. I mean, he led the engineering team that built the first automotive LiDAR that went on top of the DARPA Grand Challenge vehicles and started this whole revolution on autonomy.
But after a time, he was watching the rise of autonomous vehicle technology and as well as the development of LiDAR and felt that the spinning LiDARs that other companies had developed were not suitable for autonomous vehicle mass market. Nobody wants a car with a big spinning bubble on its roof.
So Junpei has been building and thinking about LiDAR for over 15 years. That's a huge advantage over others.
When I had the thought of starting Cepton Technologies, I reached out to Mark first, giving his mentorship and his expertise in optics and just the overall desire to work together again.
So Jun came to me and we talked about how we could start a company in the LiDAR business that would develop LiDARs for the mass market of automobiles. Develop LiDARs that would be small enough and compact enough to be integrated into the vehicle in a seamless fashion. And that was the start of Cepton. And in fact, we didn't even really know at that point how we were going to do this. We just knew that this needed to be done and there should be a way to do it. And so we set out to figure out how to do this, and this was one of the first inventions that we made in the company was the MMT scanning principle that we've talked about.
There's a significant barrier to entry created by its MMT platform. It's frictionless, it's mirrorless, and there's a significant amount of intelligence in the form of algorithms and software.
MMT is a unique technology invented by Cepton. This came from the requirement of ADAS industry that you need to strike a balance between performance, cost, and reliability. Without striking the proper balance, it will never become a practical automotive component. The requirement came down to design, to invention, and ultimately we packaged the MMT, this micro motion technology for LiDAR, to arrive at the correct balance for this application. Well, there are many sensors that would exist in high-end vehicles to start with. Like early days, even cameras would exist only in luxury vehicles. Going to middle-class vehicles and perhaps even broader class spaces would actually enable the broader proliferation of this technology. And ultimately, LiDAR, its first application is as a safety sensor. As a result, it will bring safety to the everyday consumers, and it's there to save lives.
When Junpei decided to start Cepton 5 years ago, it was not a surprise to me that he wanted to build LiDAR to go in every single vehicle, to make every single driver on the road safer.
People's desire for safety will never end. When you have a 90% safety level, you want a 99%. And once you accomplish 99%, you want 99.9%. The desire for additional level of safety will never end. This is where anything that can help people to accomplish a higher level of safety is very much desired. LiDAR is there to do just that.